Up guys, it's me again, and today we're going to be going over a pretty interesting video. I'm on my tablet again, like you can see. So let's get right into this news article. I'm on Newsbreak right now. The article is titled FCC starts to wind down $1 billion ACP broadband subsidy. And I'd really like to talk about this. Basically, the government doesn't want to give away free internet anymore. You know what I mean? So if you're anything like me and you're just a normal guy, you probably don't even know what the ACP broadband subsidy is. You probably don't know about this. I mean, I know all about it, but basically the government was making it to where, like, if you were poor, they were basically giving away free internet. Like, you know how sometimes people get EBT, they get Snap Card, they get WIC, or they get, like, government health care, they get government phone, they get Section 8. This was one of the government programs they were giving away. And it was a way for people to be connected to the internet for free. And I personally agree that, it was a good thing. And, like, I personally disagree with the fact that, like, that it's a bad thing. Like, they're basically trying to say it's a waste of money. And, like, if you go through this article right here, we can go all the way down to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? It says currently there is a bipartisan bill in Congress, the Affordable Connectivity Program Extension Act, that would extend the funding and save the program. That's what I personally would recommend. And, like, there's ISPs speaking out in the support of the new funding, but there was a lot of people saying that, like, it was like a complete waste of money. I'm not even gonna, like, read this whole article or anything, but yeah, there was a lot of people saying that's a waste of money. They're wasting at least $1 billion a year or something on just giving people internet. But I personally think that people should be able to get the free internet connectivity program. I almost think that internet should be 100% free. You know what I mean? They should almost have it where they got Wi-Fi coming out of the street lamps and stuff like that, or the street poles. But the only reason why is because you'd be sitting there thinking, like, oh, $1 billion, that's a lot of money. Like, I'd say the government would spend $1 billion on anything. They'd send, how many billions of dollars over to Israel, and they'd spend money on any one person in other countries. They'd build roads in other countries. They'd build schools in other countries. But God forbid the average American citizen has access to information and is able to, use the internet and being able to communicate with each other, being able to learn, to be able to look things up. Like, they don't want that, because I feel like the internet puts you in a position of power where you're able to have access to information and to learn things and to know things. And I feel like the government wants to take away your access to the internet because they want to make it easier to control you. They want to dull the masses down. They want you to be slower. So definitely tell some of your people, your local senators, your local everybody, that they need to make sure that they're pushing for, like, the ACP broadband subsidy. I feel like internet is something that is not focused enough on in the United States, and sometimes I feel like subsidizing broadband is good, not only because of the fact that it'll help poor people, but it helps give the ISPs more money, and the ISPs were speaking out in favor of the funding. And the shittiest part about ISPs speaking out in favor of the funding is the fact that, like, the United States is actually one of the countries where we spend the least amount of money on, like, public planning, and we spend the least amount of money on, like, the internet and some of these things. And there's other countries that have far better internet connections than we do. They have far better roadways. They have far better everything than we do. So we're sitting here and we're falling into decay. We're falling back into the past. And, like, I feel like with the $1 billion ACP broadband study, I feel like this is going into the right direction, because we need to modernize. We need to get people on the internet. We need to speed up our internet connections, and we need to fix our internet infrastructure. We need to expand internet infrastructure. And I feel like in the future, we're moving forward into a future where the internet is becoming a must-have. You have to have the internet. And we're moving to an information-based society. We're no longer in an agricultural society. This isn't an industrial society. This is a post-industrial, information-based economy. I feel like you almost have to have the internet. The internet should be almost like a national right. You should have the right to have access to internet. Even if you're in jail, you should be allowed to use the internet. You should be allowed to use the internet when you're in jail, when you're at school, at work, anywhere, and it should be free. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the internet is just such a powerful tool, and it's like the way that information is perceived. Like without the internet, there's things you'll never know. There's people you'll never even be able to communicate to. Like I sometimes look at like the internet is like the modern newspaper in a way, and it should almost be handed out or be public or easy access. You know what I mean? So you can take that as it will, but I personally do support that broadband subsidy. I think the internet is something that like is like a human right. People have the right to the internet. And yeah, so definitely check this article out, guys, if you're really interested in this. I'm just tired of seeing some people saying it's a waste of money and they don't want to spend money on the internet connectivity program, and you don't, and it's like they'd rather have people in Israel or guys in Ukraine, having rockets and shit, and like you'd rather support roads being built in Afghanistan, but God forbid poor kids have access to the internet, you know what I'm saying? So, like always, guys, thanks for watching. If you want, donate to my Cash App below. Check out my website. And like always, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out.